Hi everybody, Kat here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. It's Friday afternoon here in Southern Ontario, and I gotta tell you, I'm kind of frustrated. I'm frustrated with what I'm seeing online. A lot of channels that are, huge, bigger than mine, are now just starting to come to realize that there's a connection between Megan and Andrew and Epstein and the elites, and what does it all mean, and somehow they're all connected, and there's scandal, and it's almost a conspiracy theory, and they're starting to put the puzzle together. I've been talking about this for over a year. Go back and look at my videos. The Soho House connection. Who's your daddy, Marcus Anderson? Who's your daddy? I've been talking about this for a long time. And it's apparent that even the people that are super duper popular are only catching on to what's really going on. It's time that, and I've been talking about it, and perhaps it's a case of, because this is so deep and so widespread and so invasive that it's hard to assimilate this information. It's hard to digest this information. So I thought that I could help you all today lay out the connections between all of this and everything I've been talking about for over a year. We can lay out all the connections in a manner that's easy to assimilate and to understand, and so we can build a base and go on to other things. And it's a really great sort of model of how things actually work. And so we're going to go back. We're going to go back to 1992, and we're going to play a game. 1994. And we're going to play a game. In 1994, 3 Albright College students, Craig Fass, Brian Turtle, and Mike Ginelli, I hope I pronounced that right, invented the game that became known as 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. After seeing 2 movies on television that featured Bacon back to back, Footloose and The Air Up There, and that comes from Wikipedia. The purpose of the game was to show that within 6 units, you could connect almost anybody to Kevin Bacon through a personal connection, business activity, noun or verb kind of a thing. And I thought that it might be fun to play 6 Degrees of Marcus Anderson today, so that we can see all the connections, and we can see what I've been saying all along through the Soho House connection. And who is Marcus Anderson? Go back and look at those videos of mine. And we're going to put it all together for you in a way that you can understand, so that we can build a base, so that we can go on to bigger truths, because things aren't what they seem. things aren't what they seem. So let's play a game. Let's play a game and find out how the connections with the royals, to Epstein, to Marcus Anderson, back and forth on each other. So this is where we're going to start. We start with Meghan Markle. Well, we know early on, I mean, there's been such supposition, and apparently there's video and photographs in the offing to back it up, that Meghan was part of the actress's yacht girl sort of bevy of girls that would make themselves available to the rich and powerful, you know, physical favors, and be paid quite good sums of money in the yacht scene, in the travel scene. And we've known for years that there's great supposition that Meghan was part of this community. Connection number one. This is Meghan's connection with Epstein and his lower level people that would connect and coordinate these kinds of things. One person that I suggest that you investigate, do your own research, Jean-Luc Brunel. He was kind of the European connection. He ran a modeling house. He was an associate of Epstein's, and just another guy, throw it in there. But anyway, yeah, Meghan. If what has been supposed for years that she was part of this yachting scene and everything, that is the connection with Epstein. Now, she also, perhaps through the Epstein connection, or perhaps independently of that, became involved in Soho House. And now, from everything I can surmise, she was not a client in so much as she was paid entertainment, maybe a free agent. But in the way that I see things and the way that I understand things, and I mean, this is just my opinion, I might be wrong, you know, even though all the dice stack up, I might be wrong. But it is my submission that Meghan was hired. She was an employee of Soho House to provide entertainment to particular clientele. Much as, you know, providing entertainment on a yacht. Same kind of activity. Maybe to a better class of pervert, but, you know, Soho House. So that's what I did. So she was hired, and then through Soho House, she developed her relationship with Marcus Anderson, who, as we know, is the head of membership acquisition, client services, whatever. He brings the elite in, and he makes sure that he can cater to their every kink. That's it. That's his job. That's what he does. So there you go. 6 degrees of Marcus Anderson. We got it in what? 3? You can circle back, and this is through Marcus Anderson and Soho House. This is how she met, in the beginning, Prince Andrew. And we'll explore those connections with Marcus Anderson further here shortly. She met Prince Andrew before she knew Harry. She met Eugenie through Soho House. She had friendly relations with Eugenie. Her relations with Andrew were like a totally another level, man. Yeah, exactly. You know, Andrew's gotten around. So there's the connection. Meghan Marcus, Marcus Anderson, Meghan Markle, Marcus Anderson. So now we want to let's look at Prince Harry. We're still playing the game. We're still playing 6 degrees of Marcus Anderson. Let's look at Prince Harry. Well, royals have a bit of a tough time socializing. The press and the paparazzi always about, and so where do they go? Well, they go to Soho House because it is dedicated to catering to the very elite, giving them everything they want, but being extremely discreet about it at the same time. Soho House is a hotbed of kink. So Harry goes to Soho House. And we've had stories of his best friend who was entertained by Meghan Markle before Harry met her. Now, we know Meghan Markle at the time had developed friendships with some British socialites. She dated a football guy. She was trying to get on one of the big soaps made in Chelsea. She wanted to worm her way into British society and meet a rich guy. So her connections through Epstein and the yachting that led to Soho House, Toronto, where she had been placed doing suits for many years, befriending Marcus Anderson, turned her sights to Britain. And more than one of Prince Harry's friends had been entertained by Meghan Markle in Britain through the services provided by Soho House. And Harry was set up with a date with her there. Now, by this time, Meghan knows where her bread is buttered, and that's Marcus Anderson. Marcus Anderson sees her as a strategic ballistic missile that he can aim at the royal family in revenge for the way that he's been treated, having been the illegitimate son of Prince Andrew, who was conceived when Andrew was attending Lakefield College School in Peterborough, Ontario, in, I think it was 1977, Andrew attended this prep college in Peterborough, like 45 minutes from where I'm living. And he was there. It was a private boys prep school. Just down the road, there was a private girls prep school, don't you know? And Andrew was at school here in Ontario for 1 term. And the scuttlebutt, everybody, it's like it's an open secret here. It's like we know about it here in Ontario. We know about it here locally, but it never made the press anywhere else. Andrew got a local girl pregnant. She attended a nearby girls' school. And he got her pregnant. He was hustled out of school immediately and sent back to Britain. And even though there was huge rumor mill scuttlebutt here, it never made the press over in Britain. Now, so months later, Marcus Anderson is born. At 18 years old, this boy from Central Ontario goes to Britain. He's going to be a bartender. He just ups and... Who does that? For no reason. He did that because he knew his progeny. He knew Andrew was his father. He wanted to get close to the British royal family to seek any revenge he could. And after working as a bartender, dishwasher, bartender, this and that, he got noticed. I would say otherwise. I would say recruited by the original founders of Soho House. And we know now that he's worked his way up to client services, membership, retention, acquisition. He knows everybody, and he knows everything about everybody. He's the key. And I think he wants to cause as much damage as he can, and he'll use anybody he can do it. And that's why he's got a relationship with Meghan Markle. So we see here in another connection, 6 degrees of Marcus Anderson. Princess Eugenie is a member of Soho House. That is how Meghan Markle first became acquainted with Eugenie. She became friends with her. She'd already had shady relations with Eugenie's father, Prince Andrew. But now, you know, here's a way to get close to Eugenie and be friends with her, which is pretty threatening to Andrew, because she can say, look, you know, you do me a dirty, I can go to your daughter, you know, like a blackmail thing. Like, Meghan is just vicious anyway. Marcus is vicious anyway. So, you know, now, Marcus how does this happen? An 18-year-old boy from Central Ontario goes to London, makes it big, and don't you know, he holds all the secrets of a whole bunch of elites, that he's holding them hostage. Much as we hear now, since the evidence coming out, all the new documents about Epstein, that he had tapes, that he had video, that he had camera, that he had this, that, and everything on everybody. Like a blackmail thing, right? Like, I'll facilitate any kink you have. I'll make that available to you. But, you know, pay a price for it. In my mind, people like Marcus Anderson and Jeffrey Epstein were pretty much the same. Both of them were brought in. Both of them were privately funded. Both of them were privately set up to provide an avenue that the rich and elite can play out their kinks, and he's gonna facilitate that for them. They're both the same, and that is because amongst the elites, these practices go on all the time. When we're looking at Marcus Anderson, we're looking at Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, they were both involved in the exact same thing. They were both set up, they were both funded, they were both facilitated to be able to provide the kinks that the elites they service wanted. They are not the only ones. This is worldwide. This is society-wide. This crosses all boundaries. And that's the hardest truth of all to face. You know? Pick a name, pick any name, pick any elite name, whatever, and you can play 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, and you can come up with the same result. It's because it's all connected. Have a great day. That's all I got for you. Leave me a comment. You know, some days I feel like I'm talking to the wind. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't know why. I wish people would listen to me. I'm glad that those of you that do are indeed listening to me. But you got to share this information. You got to leave me a comment. You got to support me. Because we're talking truth here. And we've got to spread this truth. Well, have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Take it easy. Bye-bye.